All right, I'm gonna do a real quick video on the 6.7 Cummins grid heater disconnect. I'm not gonna remove it yet. That'll be another day, but I just got a 6.7 truck, first one, and it still has all the EGR and grid heater. And if you know anything about the grid heater failure, dropping a nut into cylinder 6, I know it's not a huge failure rate, but if you know my luck, it's almost certain to happen to me. So I'm going to disconnect power to it, so then it no longer can heat up and potentially melt the spacer that then allows that nut to fall in. So it's pretty simple. I'm sure there's videos on it already, but I'm just gonna make it pretty straight to the point and not overcomplicate things. But it looks like right here, that's your power to it. Can't see the lug, but it's right there. So you're just gonna be taking this cable off. It's just a harness that runs right here across the motor over to the power block. It is this one right here. Just one harness, super easy. I'd take it off the power block first, and then that way you're not potentially loosening this up and arcing it on something. I mean, obviously you could disconnect the batteries, but I don't think it's necessary for a quick job like this. All right, with an extension, a 13 mil socket, and I used a wobble extension. You can get right to that without taking anything apart. Here's the end of the cable, just goes right underneath the intake tube. There's a zip tie, a few zip ties holding it across the front of the motor. Just cut those off. And then over here, it's a 10 mil, and you can get that straight shot from the top with an extension. I put the nut back on. Here's the end of the cable, just goes right over there to that bolt. And then there's a few more zip ties across the front here, and it is gone and out of the way. And then throw it in a box in case you ever want to hook it back up until you do a full delete. But pretty straightforward. Save yourself a possible blown motor. I know there's some upgrades that companies make to put a grid heater in the intake elbow that's designed properly not to fail and then end up inside your engine. All right, here it is. Pretty much a 5-minute job. 10 mil, 13 mil, and some side cuts to cut some zip ties.